Cuba's Coast Guard, it has said that it shot dead 4 people, wounded 6 others traveling in a US-registered speedboat.
And this was during an exchange of gunfire near its shores, triggering fresh tensions with Washington. In a statement posted on X, the Cuban Interior Ministry said that a Florida-registered vessel was detected near Cayo Falcons in the country's central Villa Clara province. It said that when a Cuban boat carrying 5 members of the ministry's border guard approached the vessel for identification, the crew of the violating speedboat opened fire and wounded the Cuban commander. And as a consequence of the confrontation, 4 of the foreign vessels were killed and 6 injured. It said it did not know the identities of those on board the vessel, nor what it was doing in the area, and that an investigation has been launched to clarify the event.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the U.S. is seeking its own facts about the shooting and would respond accordingly. Rubio spoke from St. Kitts and Nevis, where he had traveled to meet with Caribbean leaders, and the Trump administration's push to This is amid the push to ramp up pressure on Cuba's government as well as other regional issues.
I'm going to speculate because I'm not going to opine on what I don't yet know, but we're going to find out exactly what happened here, and then we'll respond accordingly.
U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance said that he has been briefed by Rubio, but don't know a whole lot of details. Listen to this.
And so I'll defer to the White House to provide more updates as we get them. Certainly, a situation that we're monitoring. Hopefully, it's not as bad as we fear it could be, but can't say more because I just don't know more.
The Attorney General of Florida, which lies just 160 kilometers from Cuba across the Florida Strait, ordered an investigation into the killings. In a post on social media, he said the Cuban government cannot be trusted and that they would do everything in power to hold them accountable.
The incident comes amid increased tensions between the U.S. and Cuba, which is facing a deepening fuel crisis that has been worsened by the U.S. blocking oil shipments from Venezuela, which is a long-standing ally in the region to the island.
All right, there's more on this from our correspondent, Susan Tehrani, who sent us this report from New York.
According to authorities in Havana, a Florida-registered vessel entered Cuban territorial waters on Wednesday morning and was approached for identification by border guard troops. Cuban officials say that shots were fired from the boat, injuring the commander of the Cuban vessel. Cuba says that its forces returned fire, resulting in the death of 4 people on board, while several others were wounded. Those who were wounded were reportedly evacuated and taken away for medical assistance. Officials say an investigation is now underway as tensions remain sensitive around maritime security and territorial waters in the region. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.